New England's trusted news source, ABC6 News at Noon.
Your voice, your vote, and the countdown to the September primary. The Rhode Island Board of Elections emergency meeting that was set for today called off, with officials saying it is too close to the primary to change voting machines now. That meeting was originally called after Providence Mayor Jorge Elorza said express vote machines should be pulled from polling places. The meeting was canceled when the BOE learned old voting machines can't be installed in time for the vote, which would violate the ADA. The express vote machines listed wrong candidates for some Spanish early voting ballots, causing this whole issue. In a statement, Robert Raposa from the board says the board met on September 7th to address the use of the express vote equipment in the September 13th primary and discuss the measures that have been implemented. The request to remove all express vote equipment on the eve of the primary would leave persons with disabilities with no accessible voting method in violation of the Title II of Americans with Disabilities Act. And Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi in Providence yesterday endorsing Democratic Governor hopeful Helena Foulkes. Foulkes and Pelosi saying the two are very close family friends. The rally was held at Farm Fresh, Rhode Island, along with the support of Mayor Jorge Elorza, who endorsed Foulkes back in July. And another boost to the Foulkes campaign this morning, former Rhode Island Department of Health Director Dr. Nicole Alexander Scott offering her endorsement too. Alexander Scott criticized the current administration without naming Governor Dan McKee, saying, quote, Rhode Island needs change and needs new leadership. Now, the former CVS executive Foulkes is running against four other Democratic hopefuls: incumbent Governor Dan McKee, Matt Brown, Nellie Gorbea, Luis Daniel Munoz. And on the Republican side, it is Ashley Kalis and Jonathan Riccitelli. Whomever wins the primary will take on the winner on the Democratic side in the general election in November. And taking a look at the candidates for Lieutenant Governor in Rhode Island, three women are competing for the Democratic nomination. They are Lieutenant Governor Matos, State Senator Cynthia Mendez, and State Rep Deb Ruggiero. On the Republican side, Aaron Guckian and Paul Pence are facing off. And we're also following that very high-profile race for mayor of Providence. All three candidates on the Democratic ticket, meaning whomever wins tomorrow's primary will be the next mayor of the capital city. They are Gonzalo Cuervo, Nerva LaFortune, and Brett Smiley. LaFortune is currently a city councilor representing Ward 3. Cuervo served as Secretary of State Nellie Gorbea's chief of staff, and Smiley was a top aide of former Governor Gina Raimondo. If you plan on voting early before tomorrow's primary election, you are running out of time. The deadline to vote early in person is tonight at 4 p.m. If you're interested in taking part, you can stop at any Board of Canvasser location across the state and submit an early ballot. Again, the deadline is at 4 o'clock tonight. Polls do open tomorrow at 7 a.m. They close at 8 p.m. For the full list of all the candidates and information on tomorrow's primary in Rhode Island, we have an election guide up for you on our website. That's abc6.com. And now we turn to the weather as we take a live look outside this afternoon with our sky cam. We're drying out for some morning rain, Chelsea.
Yeah, still overcast and damp outside in many locations, but we're drying out as we head into the afternoon. Temperatures outside right now on the cool side of things in the upper 60s. Typically for the middle part of September, we should be making it well into the 70s still, so we're certainly cooler than that out there right now. Still a few spots dealing with some sprinkles, especially for areas south and east of Providence. A lot of clouds still around, but as we head into the afternoon, we'll continue to see drying conditions, and we'll hopefully get a few pops of sun coming through in the later part of the afternoon and early evening hours. Temperatures should top out in the mid-70s range through the later part of the afternoon. Overnight clouds roll back in, and we have more scattered rain in the forecast for tomorrow. I'll let you know when we start to warm up and get into some brighter conditions coming up in just a few minutes. Doreen?
Chelsea, thank you. Now to developing news in Mansfield. The city under an emergency boil water notice after E. coli bacteria was found in a water sample tested by the town last week. According to the town, E. coli was first detected in drinking water after a test last Wednesday. Following a repeat sample which confirmed E. coli in the water, residents were notified of the boil water restriction on Sunday. Schools in town now adjusting. They're asking students and staff to bring bottled water to school, and they're stocking bathrooms with hand sanitizer.
We all got like a text at the same time saying, you know, like there's like boil the water. Can my kids shower? I have bottled water to make sure they're brushing their teeth and make sure that whatever I'm making for dinner, if it needs water, I have that.
The town is offering free cases of water to residents at the water department on East Street. Anyone in need of water can pick it up until 8 p.m. You must bring an ID that shows you're a Mansfield resident. And happening now in Boston, President Biden talking about his plans for reducing cancer deaths and boosting treatments for the disease. The speech taking place this afternoon at the JFK Presidential Library. Biden launched the mission called Cancer Moonshot 1 year after his son Beau died from brain cancer in 2015. The president's visit expected to drastically impact already heavy traffic throughout the city, with the shutdown of the Orange Line happening through next Monday. And now to the crisis in Ukraine. Ukrainian forces took back more than 1,000 square miles of territory seized by Russian troops in the northeast over the weekend. Russia has started attacking critical infrastructure and including Ukraine's power grids. This advance, though, is considered a moment of huge celebration among Ukrainians, with some of Russia's forces in the northeast collapsing.
The Ukrainians remain triumphant, they remain strong, and the Russian will seems to be weakening.
Russia is now acknowledging it's lost control of almost all of Ukraine's northeastern Kharkiv region. The U.S. is actively working to replenish its munitions it supplied to Ukraine. There's still a lot more to come here on ABC6 News at noon, gearing up for the Boston Marathon, how you can get registered for the race starting today. And later, preparing for the Queen's funeral, the procession King Charles is participating in today before the Queen's body is flown back to London. Planning is underway for the Boston Marathon. Registration for next year's 127th running of the Boston Marathon is now open. The registration website started taking applications today at 10 a.m. It'll close this Friday at 5 p.m. Any athlete who's achieved a currently valid Boston Marathon qualifying time can register online. All runners are encouraged to get their COVID vaccine before the marathon on April 17th. They're expecting over 30,000 runners. And now to a traffic alert. Drivers who use Route 4 in East Greenwich will want to hear this. For the next week, the Rhode Island DOT will be removing the arches used to make the temporary bridge at Division Street. Route 4 southbound will be closed Monday and Tuesday night from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Motorists on 95 South who want to take Route 4 south should follow a detour using Exit 8 to Route 2. The northbound lanes of Route 4 will close on Wednesday and Thursday night. Police details will keep traffic moving along the detoured route. Still to come here on ABC6 News at noon, a solemn procession through Scotland to honor Queen Elizabeth. Mourners packing the streets to say farewell. This as King Charles addresses Parliament in tribute to the Queen. Back now, remembering the Queen. Ceremonies surrounding her death as a nation mourns the longest-serving monarch in UK history. Before heading to Scotland, King Charles went to Westminster, where he spoke before lawmakers, paying tribute to the Queen. ABC's Inez de la Catera has more from London.
This morning, the Queen's body being transferred from the Palace of Holyrood House in Scotland in a somber procession. The Queen's children, Princes Edward, Andrew, and Princess Anne, led by King Charles, following the coffin on foot. Other members of the royal family in cars. The Queen's coffin then carried inside the St. Giles Cathedral, where it is now lying in rest for 24 hours, allowing the people of Scotland to say their final goodbyes. This, as King Charles III is officially welcomed to Scotland with a ritual known as the Ceremony of Keys. Earlier, the King and Queen Consort appearing before both houses of Parliament in London, lawmakers coming together to pay tribute to the Queen.
I cannot help but feel the weight of history which surrounds us.
Today, Prince Harry also releasing the first statement since the death of his grandmother, celebrating her life, remembering fond memories, including when the Queen met his wife Meghan and the time she hugged her beloved great-grandchildren. Meanwhile, outside of Buckingham Palace, a sea of flowers, cards, balloons, and other tributes.
I think she's always been there, and she's just overall a nice person.
So many that the royal parks have now asked mourners not to leave any more Paddington Bear toys or marmalade sandwiches, a wink to that now infamous skit from the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations.
Thank you for everything.
That's very kind.
And the Queen's coffin will be transferred to London tomorrow, where it will lie in state for 4 days starting on Wednesday. Members of the public have been warned to expect long lines and security checks. Inez de la Catera, ABC News, London.
And now, your ABC6 Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Chelsea Priest.
Well, we're starting to dry out and brighten up a bit, especially for our inland locations. The farther south and east you go, still some spotty showers showing up on the Storm Tracker radar right now, but we will continue to dry out a bit and hopefully get into some pops of sunshine into the afternoon. Our temperatures still in the mid to upper 60s range, a few spots hovering closer to 70 degrees. Spots that are breaking into a little bit more sunshine inland and farther west are a little bit warmer, just a few degrees warmer into the low to mid 70s range. And with a little sun popping through, we should make it into the mid 70s this afternoon, which is average for this time of year. 76 degrees is that average high for the Providence area. I want to point out our sunset this evening at 7 o'clock, our last 7 o'clock sunset as we head into tomorrow. That sunset will be down into the 6 o'clock hour, so getting earlier and earlier as we head through this month. The breeze is very light, coming in at about 5 to maybe 10 miles per hour, but only along the coastline. Spots inland mainly seeing calm winds at the moment. The dew points are high as well, sitting in the mid to upper 60s range, if not low 70s. So it's feeling humid outside. Of course, many spots have those light showers at the moment, but with the high humidity, with the light breeze, and with the temperatures in the upper 60s range, dew points also in the 60s range, some fog outside still as you head out the door this afternoon. 1.25 mile visibility in Newport, 2.5 mile visibility in Westerly. So we're going to focus in on our coastline for some of that dense fog outside. The farther inland you go, again, some sunshine popping through, temperatures starting to climb a bit, a few degrees higher than the dew points. Now we're going to stay pretty muggy outside for the rest of the day today and for tomorrow. Our dew points tomorrow will come up into the 70s, it looks like, in many locations. So feeling very humid outside tomorrow. From there, we start to feel so much more comfortable. Late Tuesday and as we head into Wednesday, you'll see those dew points dropping. Wednesday will still be a mild day here in southern New England, but the winds will start to shift. And beyond that, some really cool air will be settling in for Thursday and Friday. The next couple of days, we hover in the mid to upper 70s, if not low 80s, as we head into Wednesday afternoon, again above our average high of 76 degrees. But then a very fall-like air moves in for Thursday and Friday. Temperatures only in the low to mid 70s range. Dew points really low. Morning temperatures will come down into the low 50s. Very cool outside. And it looks like at least the first half of the weekend, we continue to see those cool temperatures in place. So mild and muggy start to the week. Second half of the week, certainly feeling more fall-like for our final few official days of summer. Fall officially beginning on the 22nd. A loop over the past few hours shows you that early this morning, we had some steady rain along the coastline. At this point, it's kind of just damp out there with some sprinkles, some mist, some light showers, and a lot of clouds. Just inland, you can see those clouds starting to break up a bit, more sunshine just to our north, and we'll hopefully tap into some pops of sun, although I wouldn't expect a full sunny afternoon ahead of us, but a drier afternoon and a little bit brighter outside. That's going to be with us for just a brief amount of time because we have another system that'll be approaching the area, that low kind of circulating around towards the Great Lakes, gradually pushing our way. And with that, we'll have clouds increase overnight, fog, mist, drizzle, and scattered showers possible through much of the day tomorrow. Go through things hour by hour. Again, the clouds may break up just a little bit, and you see a little bit of sun popping through just before the sun sets. From there, clouds increase. We wake up tomorrow morning with some scattered showers, some fog, some mist, some drizzle. We head through tomorrow during the day, on and off showers possible. It's really not until tomorrow evening that we start to dry out completely. And you'll see as we head into Wednesday, getting back into full sunshine, the breeze starts to shift behind that system. And again, humidity levels drop on Wednesday. It's still a warm day on Wednesday, but then our temperatures start to fall as well as we head into Thursday and Friday. Quick update on the tropics for you. We have 2 areas the National Hurricane Center watching, each one with a low risk of development right now, really far south and really far east. One area still off the coast of Africa at the moment. So still active, but at the very moment, there's a low risk for development in the next 48 hours to 5 days. So going to keep an eye on the tropics. At the moment, things are relatively quiet. Few sprinkles outside still right now. Otherwise, mostly cloudy conditions through the afternoon, temps in the mid 70s. Overnight, we have clouds rolling right back in, areas of fog, some mist, some drizzle by tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow you're looking at scattered showers. It's a mild and muggy day. Temperatures into the upper 70s, dew points also in the 70s tomorrow. So feeling very humid out there. We'll be brighter, breezy, and more comfortable on Wednesday. Looking at full sunshine for Thursday and Friday. Those temperatures, again, just a little bit cooler, coming down into the low to mid 70s for the later part of the week. So fall-like feel as we head closer to the official start to fall.
Yeah, I think a lot of people making those September fall plans.
I know, it's
for
that
sure.
time of year, all the fun fall activities.
Pick some apples.
Yeah.
All right, Chelsea, thank you. Still to come here on the news at noon. Preparing for the holiday rush. We go from fall to the holidays. How many workers UPS plans to hire to meet the demand this season? And what workers say is keeping them at their current job, and how many are happy with their current situation in the first place. What a new survey found about that. Back now with your consumer news, and the holiday season is around the corner, and UPS is getting ready. The company says it's now looking to hire more than 100,000 people to work over the holidays. About 80% of the positions that need to be filled do not even require an interview. The company is also rolling out a new streamlined online application system to make the hiring process even easier. A new job survey finds that 52% of employed Americans are content in their jobs. 56% of those surveyed told CareerBuilder work schedule attracts them the most to their job. Some of the added benefits that workers are seeking right now include a 4-day week, their birthday off, and mental health and wellness benefits. About a quarter of workers classified as Gen Z or millennials are looking for a new job, though. Apple's offering a series of new features today with the release of the iOS 16. The update for the iPhone 8 and newer includes the ability to personalize your lock screen. You can choose customized fonts, layered wallpapers, photo shuffling, and more, and it lets you edit or unsend iMessages. Ford is recalling 200,000 Ford Expeditions and Lincoln Navigators after learning their heating and cooling fan motors can catch fire. The specific models being recalled were built between 2015 and 2017. So far, the company's received reports of 25 fires. 12 of those caused extensive damage to the vehicles. Ford will begin reaching out to owners on September 12th. And DirecTV drops the ball on the NFL's opening weekend. Fans had trouble getting into the company's website and app and couldn't access the Sunday ticket package. DirecTV notified users that the issue was resolved midway through Sunday's late games, though the problems did continue. And how about this treat for members of the Uvalde High School football team? They were guests of the Houston Texans as they took on the Indianapolis Colts on Sunday. The Texans sporting Uvalde strong decals on the back of their helmets. The Coyotes were also featured on ESPN's College Game Day in a piece narrated by fellow Texan Matthew McConaughey. And Monday Night Football is back right here on ABC tonight. A big matchup between the Denver Broncos and Seattle Seahawks. Calling the game, legendary broadcast duo Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. Buck and Aikman joined ESPN after signing a multi-year deal last spring. They've spent 20 seasons together in the broadcast booth. Still to come on ABC6 News at noon, a good excuse to enjoy a shake today. Details on National Chocolate Milkshake Day. Plus, Chelsea has another look at your afternoon forecast right after this. Well, get your blenders ready. Today is National Chocolate Milkshake Day. Ice cream lovers, chocolate lovers, or anyone with a sweet tooth, this is your day to indulge. Observe by enjoying a chocolate milkshake or perhaps an awful, to speak in Rhode Island dialect. The hashtag Chocolate Milkshake Day is set up online to bring lovers of the chocolate frap together. Those look really good.
Those do look good.
Really good.
I know. Too bad it's not a hot, warm,
I know,
really
so true.
summery
But
day.
is it ever not a good day
True.
for a milkshake or
Very
an ice
true.
cream?
Any sort of ice cream is good in any day in my book. We are looking at kind of a dreary day out there right now, but a little bit brighter into the afternoon with seasonable temperatures today. We're feeling muggy tomorrow. We feel pretty humid with on and off scattered rain in the forecast. High temperatures into the upper 70s, around 80 on Wednesday. We're brighter. We're a bit breezy. We'll see humidity levels dropping as we head through the day on Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday look really nice but fall-like. I mean, it'll be cool. Low to mid 70s outside. Overnight lows down into the low 50s. Some spots could be down to the 40s by Friday morning.
My goodness. All right, Chels, thank you. And thank you for joining us for the news at noon. The news continues first at 4. Have a great day, everybody.